Let food be our medicine, let nature be our guide, let sound be the healing force that takes us deep inside. Let us raise the kundalini, set our gifts alight, let us shine our lights together, we're alive. So I've been making apple cider vinegar with the apples from the garden, and I watched loads of videos and just figured out the best way that I would give it a go. And it was recommended to use 3 different types of apples: a sweet, which I have a red sweet tree down the back of the garden, and a bitter and a sharp, which I actually have at the front of the garden. And it's recommended what you do is you chop up all the apples into chunks like this, and you just place it and cover it with water, and then it needs to ferment. Then it needs a sweetener or a sugar. So you can use raw organic cane sugar, but I wanted to go as natural as possible. So I have used some raw honey from Delvin Bees, a local bee place, and you'll see there's little pieces there. That's just from the honeycomb, and you'll see, so it all bubbles up, and that's where you can see it fermenting. And it's been sitting here now. So it's just over 2 weeks. It's recommended 2 to 3 weeks. I'm just going to taste it shortly to see if the flavor is good, and then I'm going to strain it out, and then I'll leave it sitting for another 2 to 3 weeks until the flavor is exactly how I'd like it, and then I'm going to seal it and place it in the fridge. So you'll see I'm using a wooden spoon. So for fermentation, it's not good to use any metal, so you just use wood or plastic. So I'm just using a wooden spoon. One of the key things is so that you press down so that none of the apples are exposed at the top, just to avoid any mold, which would probably get killed off in any case with the vinegar and is harmless, but all the same, you wouldn't want it. So I've just been covering the apple cider vinegar. For fermentation, it's best to expose it to air. So I've placed just this clean cloth on top and just placed an elastic band around. It's just, if you seal with the glass lid and were to seal it airtight, it just might explode and not ferment properly, because we're gathering the yeasts from the air. That's what's creating the fermentation. Yeah, so you can just leave them exposed to air where it's exposed to the environment for a couple of weeks. Some great uses for the apple cider vinegar then. My favorite is every morning to have 1 to 2 spoons of apple cider vinegar with lemon and a smidge of honey if you need it sweetened, but just the apple cider vinegar and lemon I've gotten used to. And then a cup in a bath is a really, really great way for the skin. It's really good to help detox and really good for the hair and the skin and to clean out the system.